I'm Monique. I own a small stationery and art business in the UK, and this is my first YouTube video. This is my first video on this channel, so thank you for being here. I hope the setup is not too bad. The light is very bright for me, but I'm hoping it's not too bright for you guys or reflecting off my glasses or anything. Anyway, I'm obviously going to improve as time goes on, so thank you for bearing with me. I'm basically just using this video to kind of break the ice. I'm going to share a bit about myself, my small business, what my goals are for my business and for my YouTube channel. So, about me. Like I said, I'm Monique. I'm 26 years old. I have ADHD and autism and shock that comes in a package deal with anxiety. So I got the full trifecta. If you're wondering why I mentioned my neurodivergence, people think claiming neurodivergence is quirky and fun, but it actually affects every single facet of my life. So it just wouldn't make sense not to mention it. You'll notice as the videos go on, there's a touch of the tism in there. And I'm joking and laughing, but it's not funny, is it? It's serious. I would say a majority of how autism and ADHD affects me is negative, but let's not get into that. That'll be a different video. There are a couple good things, I guess. I'm a mom to a 4-year-old and almost 3-year-old, and I actually home educate them and plan to do that indefinitely. I didn't really know what to say about myself in this section, so I asked my husband to describe me in 4 words, and he said determined, creative, entrepreneurial, and kind, in that order. I did say, what about outrageously funny? And to that he just laughed. So I mean, I suppose that just goes to show how outrageously funny I am. I love all things creative, journaling, drawing, painting, making things from clay, whatever. Name a craft and I've probably got it somewhere in this house. It can be really hard to actually exercise my creativity with my neurodivergent brain, whether it's because I'm procrastinating getting started, don't organize my time effectively, or just getting easily overwhelmed and overstimulated, or because I'm actually so bad at sitting down and doing it. When I finally get to do that, I then feel a lot of pressure to make that worth it and make that art good, and also to share it on social media. And then again, that just adds to the pressure of making it actually good, which then just overwhelms me and stresses me out even more. Sometimes to the point of paralysis even, and if you have ADHD, you'll get what I'm saying, and often to the point of burnout, and it's just a whole bag of fun. I do try and do art and crafts and fun things separate to my business, but it's very difficult, I'll be honest. And I'm hoping having a YouTube channel will kind of help me like force myself to have fun and to have time where I'm not doing something for monetary gain. Like obviously, hopefully I will end up making money from YouTube videos, but in terms of how I feel about making that, when I make content for TikTok, it's very much, this is a business TikTok. This TikTok is for marketing purposes, but I feel like for YouTube, it's going to help me be a bit more free. So even though I'm putting that urgency in my brain to actually put time aside to do that creative thing, I'm hoping it won't get to the point of like, that I get with TikTok. I don't know, we'll see. So I guess that kind of segues us onto like talking about my business. My business is called Mon Makes Art. That's the name of this channel. I sell cute stationery and art, mostly stickers at the moment, but I also do have sticker release books and a few bookmarks. I am hoping to expand my collection, but also add new products like art prints, washi tapes I think are super cute, enamel pins, and even some kind of like one-offs like clay magnets or like clay charms, some type of embroidery work, maybe some sewing projects, who knows. Like I said, I've got it all, so I just need to actually get off my ass and do something. I've been running Mon Makes Art since December 2022, and it's funny because even though I was called Mon Makes Art, I wasn't making art at the start. I was actually just doing digital products, and for 8 months I made maybe 4 sales, and when I started posting on TikTok, I suddenly, I wouldn't say blew up, but I started making a decent chunk of money. And that inspired me to then make physical products. My best seller was Umrah Dua cards. And so I invested the money that I made from my digital products, which obviously was basically all profit because they were digital products, in some physical flashcards. And I went through the whole rigmarole of finding a manufacturer, and I ordered 500 units, and I still have probably half of them now. I wouldn't say I really thought it through through. So many people were asking for it. I thought I was making a good decision, but obviously not. Because the way my business is set up, it's very reliant on social media. When I decide not to post, my business suffers big time. So when I wasn't posting like I was at the start and getting all that momentum from social media, my sales declined. Then, you know, ADHD brain, I started getting bored of that product, I guess, because my dream has always been to sell stickers and like make a living from doing art. It's very, very hard to force myself to do something that I don't enjoy. And as much as I enjoy being on my laptop and like typing stuff up and putting together informational things, I also like to do art. And like I said, it's hard for me to find time to actually squeeze the things I like into my daily life, I guess. So having a business that is like centered around arts and crafts essentially was kind of the route I knew I needed to go down. Anyways, long story short, in January of this year, I launched my first ever stickers and sticker sheets. I feel like I found a nice place in the online small art business community and the crafty journal girly space, but my sales are still lacking. So I need to get my business strategy up a bit. It's been 9 months. I'm still a very, very small business. I literally get a handful of orders a week, but I want to change that. And I'm also hoping this YouTube channel will kind of give me that accountability that I need. I know there are loads of small businesses on here, especially small art businesses. That's one of the main reasons I wanted to start an art business as well, just like through seeing other people's studio vlogs and seeing that you can actually make enough money to live a good life doing things you actually enjoy. So I'm hoping that will be me. I don't think there's that much to say really for this video, so I'm gonna just move on to talking about my goals. My thoughts for this bit is maybe after a year, I'll come back and literally like react to this video and see how much things have changed and if I was able to achieve my goals. So let's start with business goals. I definitely want to continue developing my art style. I really struggle with that. I see so many people kind of like established in their art style and I feel like that's just not me. If you look at all my different sticker sheets, they just look like they could have been drawn by different people. And I know what kind of look I like, but it's just, I don't know whether it's the outlines or whatever. Something needs some work and I'm hoping to do that. I definitely want to do more art for fun. I suppose that's not really a business goal, is it? It's kind of the opposite of a business goal. But I feel like creating more than I consume and creating for myself and for the love of the craft, the act of actually creating is what I need to do to stop having so much pressure on myself all the time. And in turn, that will probably very likely help my business as well. I would absolutely love to start a Patreon, even if it's not like a whole monthly mail club where I write a letter, just even like an exclusive sticker sheet or print or both, or some type of like, maybe I'll try like a new craft every month. I don't know how I'd send that out to multiple people, but anyway, some type of Patreon would be amazing, even if at the start it's just for the community, it's just for the extra support for me financially, and then in return, like I say, build a community and offer stuff like, I don't know, would it be more towards other small business owners or would it be more towards my target audience of like girls that like stickers? I haven't fully thought of the idea yet, but Patreon would be cool. I could give like early access, Patreon exclusive discount codes and kind of a bit more behind the scenes stuff. I don't know. I think it'd be fun. And then some more specific kind of numbers goals. I want to start making daily sales. That'd be great. My sales kind of like come in waves. So I've experienced it, but not enough. I actually want to start making a profit every month. Even just £300 would be great. But to actually make a profit, it sounds really sad when I say it out loud, but you have to start somewhere, right? I'm actually almost at 10K on TikTok. I'm at like 8.8K, which I was on 3K a couple of months ago. So I don't really know how I got here, but I'm hoping that momentum continues and I'll be on 10K in no time, which means my next goal, maybe 25. That would be cute. Is that too dark? I hope that's not too dark. I hardly use Instagram. I don't know if I'll ever reach 1K on there, but I use it and I use my stories and occasionally I'll post, but I don't understand Instagram. I don't know how to grow on Instagram. I don't know how to reach people on Instagram. It's just a mess. It's a minefield. Don't understand it. But I guess 1K on Instagram would be Nice. And then finally onto YouTube goals. Obviously getting monetized is my short-term goal, but more than that, I want to create a community here. Like I said, I love these kind of small business YouTube channels, especially small art businesses, but even just like stuff about business growth, strategies, social media, and like how to grow on YouTube, like all that kind of stuff. I love all things crafty and all things like admin and tech. My goal, and it's going to sound ridiculous, but my goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers within 6 months. Who knows if I can do it? I've had 2 other channels before this, and did I reach 1,000 subscribers at all? No, I didn't. However, I know my main problem is consistency. So I've thought of my video ideas 3 months in advance. I've got a whole list of video ideas and what order I'm going to post them and everything. So this time's going to be different. I can tell. I am going to upload once a week at least on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. So if you like the sound of me, my business, or my channel, then please do subscribe. At the time of filming, I have 9 subscribers because I've posted a few shorts over the last few days. I will leave my sub count in the description of what it is when I'm uploading this video. Kind of random side note, one of the things that I wouldn't say scared of, but it's made me really apprehensive about posting on YouTube is the fact that I'm visibly Muslim. And I think people, even if they say that they're okay with that, have like a unconscious bias, you know, which, I mean, it is what it is. But I think especially on YouTube, and I plan to post vlogs, I know people like a good little song in the background of a vlog, but I'm not going to be using music in any of my videos. And I know another huge part of YouTube is the human connection, and having my face pretty much covered, looking like a letterbox, as Boris Johnson so kindly worded it, I feel like may create a bit of a barrier between me and the audience. Do you know what I mean? But I haven't let that stop me. As you can see, I have posted my first video, and maybe more. Check out my channel. But regardless, whatever happens was meant to happen, so I'm just riding the wave. Whatever, let's see how it goes. Thank you for watching this absolute cringe fest of a first video. If you're still here, that's really strange of you. You should evaluate what you like to spend your time doing. I'm joking. My content is very entertaining and or educational, so stick around.